Ladies and gentlemen, I got in trouble again. I bought a watch, my 6 watch. Can I stop at 6? It's a rebuy. Let me back up, man. This is a Seiko SLA055. It's on an orange Tropic. Has a lot of pop and a lot of comfort. I think Dive Core's got an orange strap coming out in I don't know, October. I think I'm going to get one of those for this. This dial is very happy on orange straps. It likes the bracelet too, but who knows, man? I don't know. Yeah, I got in trouble. I dropped my wife and kids off at the airport, LAX, this morning, and they're in Chicago. They'll be back Tuesday. I mean, I'm here to get the mail. I got their packages for them and taking care of the house. I went to Cabo with them, and I'm going to Mammoth with them in a couple weeks. So I'm doing stuff with my family, but they're energetic nonstop. But I can't do all the vacations with them. So I got into trouble. I was missing a watch that I've owned 3 times before. I'm gonna have to talk about it when I get it. I bought it from Spain. It's a Citizen Super Titanium mechanical diver. It has orca-like markings on the loom. For whatever reason, I think I'm colorblind. It's like a gunmetal gray, and I called it the Frogzilla. I've seen YouTubers call it the Kraken. I've called it the Frogzilla. It's been called the mechanical orca diver. Probably the mechanical orca diver is probably the most appropriate name for it, because the loom markings look like the loom markings on the solar version of the orca. And as you guys know, I just cannot connect with solar watches. I try. So why did I rebuy this Citizen mechanical diver? Why did I sell it? Okay, I've owned it 3 times. I think 3 times, maybe 4. I don't know. Okay, here's the thing. I've always loved that watch. I love the gunmetal color. I love the orca loom markers on it. I really love the bezel. I love the detail on the bezel. I love the grip on the bezel. I love the grip on the crown. I love that watch as what I would call the tactile watch. Tactile meaning to touch, the feel. That is my favorite tactile watch ever. It's mechanical. The 9 series movement is super accurate, about 10 seconds a day. So everyone's going, why'd you sell it? Why'd you sell it? I would always freak out in a sort of hyper exaggerated way when I would look at a side angle. It looked cartoonish. That slab of the case from a side angle, it was unpleasant for me. But I said to myself, you know what, man? It does so many things that you like. Just embrace that side slab, and instead of being freaked out by it, just say the thing's got character. And plus, you keep going back to it. You know, I've done this with the Seiko Tuna as well. The Tuna is the only quartz Seiko that I've gone over again. So, yeah, I was really embarrassed. I messaged Mark Alamaris of the Average Brothers channel, said, dude, because he has one of these watches. I said, I can't believe, I'm so embarrassed. It seems like I do this every summer for the last 3 or 4 years. I get that Citizen mechanical diver. And he just said, man, we're all collectors, and we all end up collecting stuff we love, and all the stuff that we love to collect is just more than we can wear. And I said, yeah, that's very true. It's something we talk about a lot. And I have 6 watches now, and honestly, I'd like to stop. A seller from Japan offered me his 3rd gen Seiko Monster, the marine blue one, SZSC003. He offered me a discount. I could have got it, with tax and everything, would have been close to $600. I didn't do it. I think I've had that watch 8 times. It's Hardlex. I do love it, but it's Hardlex. I've had the watch 8 times. And also, as a tactile watch, that one hurts. The bezel, the scalped bezel hurts me. The crown hurts. It's a painful watch to own. So I decided to go with the tactile Citizen that I like, and I think this is why I have this on an orange strap. My Seikos are, sometimes they all look different to me, but then I have days, oh my God, I got nothing but the same watch over and over again. So having this Citizen, it'll be like my one watch from a different planet, just to mix things up. But I would love to stop at 6, because as you guys know, when my collection gets over 6, I don't feel so hot. So speaking of not feeling hot today, I'm going to explain why, as a watch obsessive, I am not going to go to therapy to address my watch addiction, which is awful. My watch addiction's 20 years old. It's absolutely awful. An argument could be made that I should go to therapy. I think I'm a pain in the butt to my family regarding this watch obsession. I tend to be more reclusive. Look at me, I didn't even go to Chicago with them, even though I did go to Cabo, and I will be going to Mammoth. Anyways, I'm just somewhat reclusive, and I don't like this watch obsession. I think it goes too far. It's just too much. So I won't be going to therapy, though. Let me share something with you. I'm not a fan of therapy. I want to share something with you guys. So I'm 62, and I'm very grateful for a lot of things that I have in life. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful that I love working out. I'm grateful that I love playing the piano. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my little modest watch collection. I'm grateful that I'm retiring in a couple of years, only because I love what I do, teaching writing. But if you watch Groundhog Day, there's a point after teaching college writing for almost 40 years. I can't believe I've been teaching since I was in my early 20s. There's a repetitive nature to it. It's got to stop. So, yeah, I'll and I'm sure I'm going to miss it. I'm sure, I'll have mixed feelings about it. I'm a human being, and so, but I'm not going to go to therapy about this watch addiction. I just want to share some things with you. In the early 80s, I was going to college, and I had a lot of social anxiety. I'd have panic attacks at college. And, I sought out therapy, and it was terrible. I hated it. One guy, and by the way, I don't even know if these guys I think they were well-intentioned, but they were so stupid what they did. Okay, one guy, he had these big pillows in his office, and he wanted me to punch them. He thought I was angry, and I should punch these pillows. And I was like, dude, this is the most stupid thing I've ever heard of. I can't believe you have a PhD. And your PhD has made you come to the conclusion that you're going to help me and your patients by hitting pillows, man. In fact, this is a fad. I think I saw this on the Dinah Shore show. I think I saw this on the Phil Donahue show. People doing stuff with pillows as a form of catharsis. This is really stupid, man. And so I couldn't go. I just couldn't go. So I never saw him again. There was another guy. He thought because I was antisocial, he thought that I would benefit from a group therapy scenario. So this guy, he's got me. And interesting, I was the only dude there. The rest were women. And they were all so thankful that I was there. This could have been a movie with Clint Eastwood, Civil War movie. Ooh, no, anyways. Don't go there, McMahon. So anyways, Why am I whispering? No one's home. My family's at... I'm always whispering because usually when I make these videos, my family's asleep. Anyways, I can't believe I'm telling you guys this. So I'm in this group therapy session, and the therapist wants us to all have a fantasy, the same fantasy. We're in the magic meadow, and we're walking in the magic meadow, and we're free to fantasize about whatever we want. And so I'm thinking, this is really lame, man. This is stupid. So I'm trying not to roll my eyes, and this young woman, she shares what she did in the magic meadow. And she said, I became a little worm, and I was crawling through the leaves. It was so cool. And I got up. I just said, I'm sorry. Hey, man, I love you guys, man, but I'm going. I'm out of this joint, all right? I'm gone. You guys have a great time in the magic meadow. I'm done. So I never saw that guy again. I never did the group therapy again. Magic meadow, huh? Here I was, man, with social anxieties, young man, trying to find my way in this world. So I saw another therapist. I think I liked this dude the most. He seemed to have really good intentions. This was in Berkeley. But the dude had a sandbox with toys in it, figurines, little toy soldiers, little toy monsters. And at one point, he wanted me to get in the sandbox and play with these toys. Dude, there's no way I'm going in the sandbox. I'm sorry, man, I can't do this. And so I never saw him again. And, clothes are out of the dryer, forgive me. So, you know what I think? As I look back on it, hitting giant pillows, fantasies about the magic meadow, the sandbox with toys. I look at this as the dumbing down of America, like psychology is entertainment. You have these idiots, and you're going to use fads on them, and you're going to entertain them. And I wonder if they all got the same trade magazine. This is how you can hook your consumer patient. Give them some big, colorful pillows. Here's some fantasies they can all do in group therapy. Here's some sandbox. You could actually order sandboxes and toy. Who knows? There's probably a trade magazine for it. And so it was so dumb. It was like you could make a movie about that, a satirical movie. I'm not completely against therapy. I mean, I had a student whose therapist helped him deal with his drug addiction, and his therapist said something that I love. His therapist said, my job is to help you get better on your own so that you don't need me anymore. I need to be so good I work my way out of having a job. In other words, I no longer get a cash revenue stream from you. You're not going to be someone who's going to be seeing me forever because I need you to become self-reliant and learn what that means. And I respected that. Now, I mean, there's things we could say that are kind of funny about therapy. I mean, I had a terrible attitude and a huge ego, and I want to share something with you. I'm not going to lie to you, man. I always felt that the therapist was benefiting from the therapy than I was. In other words, I felt I was smarter, wittier, more entertaining, more amusing. I felt like I was giving him great entertainment, great ideas, and I resented him giving me a bill. I felt that I should be giving him a bill. Clearly, if you feel like your therapist should be paying you, you shouldn't be in therapy. So it didn't work out for me, and I haven't been back. I do love the therapist Phil Stutz. I've seen his movie on Netflix twice. I've read his books multiple times. Because with Phil Stutz, he's trying to help you become self-reliant, and he's not taking you down a path of navel gazing. He's giving you tools to deal with your behavior in the here and now. And he wants to get us out of our comfort zone and out of our short-term gratification. And God knows I need to work on that. And so there are certain approaches to therapy that I like. But God, my experiences in the 80s when I was trying to overcome my social anxieties, they were just atrocious. The best thing that happened to me regarding my social anxieties was I got a job at a wine store in Berkeley near the Claremont Hotel. And I worked with super smart, overeducated people who were very, what word can I use? Very confident in their social skills. And I wanted to be like them. I modeled my behavior after them. They became my role models, and I got to talk to all these people from all over the world, because this wine store, we had the biggest import beer collection in the world. We had famous people in there: Reggie Jackson, Ricky Henderson, Bart Starr, the band Aerosmith, Joe Morgan. There were so many amazing people, man. People making movies were coming in there, and I learned how to converse. That was the best thing that ever happened to me, was getting a job at that wine store. It was almost too good of a job. I worked with people who had PhDs and master's degrees, and they were content to work in this wine store. They were overqualified for the job, and they stayed there, and they were kind of snobbish, you know. And I was picking up on that. What happened was I wanted to follow their footsteps, but as a favor to my neighbor, I taught this college teaching job when I was like 24 years old. And my first paycheck was pretty big. It was bigger than what I was getting at the wine store. I go, man, maybe I'll just keep doing this. So a window of opportunity opened up for me. And I mean, my neighbor's dad, who was the chancellor of community colleges, he opened that door for me, man. I was a professional bum, and he kicked me in the butt. God bless him, man. Felix Elizalde. God bless you, brother. You you really sent me in the right direction. I was on my way to becoming a professional bum. The best thing I had about that wine store was that it taught me some social skills. So speaking of therapy, because this video presentation is, you know, why am I not going to use therapy to cure me of my watch addiction? I mean, I have some free sorts of therapy, thank God. I've been working out with weights as a weightlifter, a bodybuilder, and a kettlebell practitioner for 50 years. I can't believe it. I've eaten close to 200 grams of protein every day for 50 years. I worked out when I was 12. My PE coach, Lou Kruk, was also a weightlifting coach, and he encouraged me to do competitive weightlifting. I was even #1 in the nation for a brief period of time when I was 13. And so Lou Kruk had a huge influence. I mean, the structure of I have to work out like 6 days a week or I lose my mind. That was a lifesaver. So Lou Kruk was a lifesaver. Felix Elizalde was a lifesaver. Sorry, man, whatever. Those therapists that I saw, I don't know if they were well-intentioned or not, or cynical. I don't know, but man, what they had to offer was awful. It was embarrassing. I had to walk out, man. But so anyways, I work out. I do kettlebells. And you know what's funny? Because I'm getting up there in years, I have to go lighter. And as a result of going lighter, I have to do higher reps. And I have to be real strict in the form. And the thing is, I was telling my wife this a couple of nights ago. Doing higher reps is killing me. It's actually harder. I kind of miss doing the heavier weights with the medium reps. The higher reps is killing me. It's but I love it too. You know how it is. I absolutely love it. As long as I can breathe and stay healthy, I'm going to work out. I love it. The other thing that I do as a replacement to therapy is I play the piano. I'm an amateur pianist. It drives my family crazy because I'm obsessed with really. I compose my own music. The sadder the song, the more melancholy, the more languid, the more lugubrious, the better. It can't be sad enough. I mean, of course, I love Rachmaninoff's Second Symphony, the third movement. I think Rachmaninoff was addicted to sadness. It's just beautiful. I don't know. I can't help it. But, you know, my family teases me. Says, dude, you pretty much, you've written 58 songs, but they're all the same song. I can't help it. It's my therapy. So, looking ahead, what are my goals? as I get that Citizen, as I call it, the Frogzilla's coming. It said 5 business days. I bought it from a watch site that I've purchased it before on in Spain. It says 5 business days. Well, 5 business days in real life is what, 8, 9 days? Who knows? And by the time they process it, who knows, man? So yeah, I'd like to stop at 6. Yeah, but there's always, I don't know, based on my history, it's not, I'm not gonna make any optimistic predictions, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, I just want to share with that. This watch addiction is such a transparent, such a reflection of how nutso it is being a watch obsessive. And as I talked in my last video, curating it all on YouTube, it's a mixed bag. I think it's great that we commiserate with each other and have that connection, but we got to be careful because the contagion of desire. God, you sound like some sort of character in a supervillain movie. The contagion of desire, dude. All right. So, anyways, I got to get out of this joint. I got to do some reading. Yes, it's time. It's reading. It's the reading hour over here in the solitary McMahon home. Ladies and gentlemen, forgive me if I let you down by buying a 6 watch. Forgive me if I said bad things about therapy. If you guys are enjoying therapy, God bless you, man. I want everyone to do well. I'm just sharing with you some of my misadventures from the 1980s and sharing with you the contagion of desire. All right, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, I'm out.